All right. So for those watching today, we are going to be talking to Ramonda. She is going to walk us through her experience inside of the program with us. So go ahead, give everybody an idea. What do you do for work? Where you're located at?
I am located in Ohio, um, like right smack in the middle.
Mhm.
Um, Perfect for snow.
Oh yeah, it's
And
coming.
yeah, no, I can't wait though. I love snow. I
Yeah.
love the winter. Um, I work for one of the top four automotive companies in the U.S. and yeah, it's a really physical job, and I work second shift. So
Mm,
so
mm,
it's I get home and it's
yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So for you too, like obviously you are working nights. Like where were you at right before you started working with us, like within your own fitness journey?
I was determined, but I was physically not keeping up.
Mm,
Um, I was struggling a bit. I had a desk job for a long time,
mm-hmm,
and for about 4 years, I had been trying to, do it on my own,
mm,
which I had a general idea of how to do stuff, but
yeah.
I really didn't know how to get gains. I think I
Mm,
was just maintaining with the stuff I was doing. And I had
mm,
no real clue about nutrition. Like I knew what you're supposed to eat, but
mm-hmm.
I found out I didn't know as much as I thought.
That's okay. And did you try like anything before? Because I know you said you did stuff on your own. Did you try any like apps, ebooks, diets, anything like that?
Yeah. Calorie counting is something I'm familiar with from
Mm,
previously. But it only goes so far if not eating you're not meeting your macros,
right.
like your protein and stuff like that. I had no idea how much protein I was supposed to have, fats, carbs. All I knew was, calories.
Yep.
So, yeah, that I wasn't getting very far. I had tried my Fitness Pal once before, but it was kind of like an intimidating kind of
Mm,
uh, process for me at that time.
okay.
Because, like I said, I didn't know anything about macros.
Okay.
Um, and as far as exercises, you know, I had a vague idea about ways to build strength at the gym, but not so much at home. You know,
Yeah.
didn't have a gym membership. The way I work doesn't really lend itself to going to the gym. So I had no idea how to deal with this at home.
Yeah, totally get that. And for you too, like what was the main goal when you stepped inside with us?
Um, one of my main goals was I have a or soon to have 3-year-old grandson. I wanted to
Yeah.
be able to keep up with him
Yeah.
because he's a little fast thing. And I also wanted to, even with how physical my job is and how tired I am, I still wanted to be able to have a life outside of work. So I
Yeah.
wanted to be able to go hiking and walking and bike riding. And, I wanted to get back into gardening, which is a lot more physical than you think it would be because it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
flowers. No, you still got to work the soil and stuff. So, I wanted to get back how I was, or closer to at least how I was when I was younger.
Okay. And for you, like what was that kind of like the decision to invest in yourself? Like what kind of drove you to wanting to, step into something like this?
My job is the final
Mm,
driving factor because
okay.
it's so physical. It's easy to get hurt just with all the repetitive movement and then the weight involved in the repetitive movement because you
Mm,
know I'm in the weld department of the company.
okay.
So we're putting the car body together. Big
Mm,
big pieces, heavy stuff. Even with the robots helping, it's still
yep.
heavy.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get hurt again, you know,
Mm. Mhm.
and that was part of the problem with why I got hurt in the first place. I didn't have the strength
Yeah.
to back up my short height.
Yeah. Always comes full circle for you. So, any results, transformations you've seen since you stepped in with us?
Yeah, I it's really weird. So the scale for me went down and then it came back up
Uh-huh.
because of I had a surgery
Mhm.
during this whole thing.
Yeah.
But even with that, my body has changed. Like the
Mhm.
scale hasn't moved again, but
Yeah.
I've gotten slimmer and I've gotten stronger, and so I know it's working. I feel
Yeah.
it. It may not be
Mhm.
completely as visible as I would have liked. Maybe there
Yeah.
wasn't, you know, realistic expectation. Like, oh, I'm just gonna turn into Pamela Anderson or something.
Yeah.
Um, but I saw gains,
Yeah.
and that's what kept me motivated through the whole thing.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's always the biggest thing for most people is, like, you kinda mentioned, like, having certain things pop up, right? Because there's no perfect time to do stuff, and that's
Yeah.
the ultimate thing I try to, like, pound into people's heads is, let's say you had the surgery and then you quit, like, you could be able to bounce back to where you were before we started, but, like,
Oh, that would have been so easy. Yeah.
right, and even for you, like, due to the fact that you had someone, like, keeping you accountable, checking in with you, showing you what to do, kinda help push you in the right direction, and also, like, get you feeling better sooner, and sometimes we forget about that stuff too.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
making me focus on nutrition, even through,
Yeah.
everything. Nutrition is huge. Like,
Mhm.
I had no idea how big of an impact that makes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
started looking at the nutrition information on absolutely everything going, "Do I really need this?
Mhm.
Worth
Yeah.
it?"
Yep. Adds up quick, and even for you too, like, I mean, obviously, like, you've been with us this entire time, so how'd you feel about the value inside, like, between, having the accountability coach and, like, the resources we provide you? How was that?
Very good. Um, like I said, I would not be where I'm at right now without the help that I was given.
Mhm.
Uh, and even if all they can do for you is motivation and keeping you going, I
Yeah.
mean, that is valuable. That is something
Mhm.
because everyone gets that moment of this isn't working. Well, yeah, it is.
Mhm.
We're just not looking at it right. You know.
Right. Yeah. I know, and that's always the extra thing, and that's always the extra push for some people, like, it could be anything in life too, you know what I mean? Sometimes it takes,
Yeah.
like, doing things a couple times, like, before it clicks, and then once it clicks, like, you can start seeing the results, so
Yeah, that's like the nutrition. I feel like
yep.
it took me way too long to figure this out.
It's common for most people, and then you figure it out, and you're like, "Why did this take me so long to figure out?" Because it's
Yeah.
actually pretty easy when you look at it, like, why like, in a bigger scheme, you're like, "Oh, this is actually not as hard as I thought it was gonna be."
Yeah,
So
I said, "Dummy, follow the list.
yep. Yeah, just follow it,
Monkey
yeah.
list. Follow the list."
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already took out most of the guesswork for you guys, like, on how to do things, like, examples, stuff like that, so, at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
I
that's
mean,
always my biggest thing.
having
Yeah.
everything right there available, I can just, "Oh, I'm having this problem. Did she cover it?" "She did. Let's go watch."
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy.
Yeah, I was saying after doing this for a while, I kinda found what most people need, and just having those answers right away for you. But, last but not least too, last question, how do you feel like if someone's on the fence, right? Maybe they're watching this video and they're not sure if they should join the program, between your experience inside, what would you kinda tell them if they might be, like, unsure about jumping in?
If you're in a position where you can do it, do it. Like,
Mm,
it's worth it. You're gonna learn stuff that you didn't know. Like,
mhm,
no one realizes what they don't know about food. Everyone knows you're
mhm,
supposed to be healthy. You don't realize how much, 10 grams, 15 grams is gonna add up over a day.
Yep.
Like, I'm a big soda pop drinker. Cherry Coke is my downfall. I have cut back quite a
Yeah,
bit,
good.
and just how I feel is kind of shocking. I don't know if I'll be able to cut it
Mm,
out completely, but I you know, knowing now, how much damage the sugar does and how that's
mhm,
part of my problem,
yeah,
I had no clue. Even you hear it all the time in the news right now and on
yeah,
infomercials. It doesn't sink in until someone's working with you and is like, "Look, this is part of your problem.
yeah,
Just
mhm,
try it. Try this. Just
yeah,
try it." And it's like, I should have been trying this the whole time."
yeah. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just need someone to directly say it to you, and that's always the biggest thing is just having that person in your corner to be like, "Hey, this is what we have to change. This is what we need to work on. This is the mindset shifts that we need to start making around food," because I think that's the biggest problem with most people when they start something is the mindset shift is never there, and
Yeah, big, big part of it.
that's always the biggest thing. So, glad you decided to jump in with us. Glad, you had a really good experience inside. So if anyone is watching, if you have, any questions, feel free to reach out. So thanks again, Ramonda, and like jumping in with us. And, at the end of the day, like we're here to support you guys. So if you have anything in terms of like unsureness or you want to sit down with me or a member of my team, just go ahead, reach out directly and we'll get you set up.